Why everything changes when you finally choose yourself. There is a moment that changes everything. It doesn't always look dramatic. It doesn't always come with clarity or certainty or perfect timing. Sometimes it comes quietly, in the middle of an ordinary day, when something inside you finally says enough. Not in anger, not in defeat, but in the calm, quiet way of someone who has finally decided that their own life matters. That moment is choosing yourself. And for many people, it is the hardest thing they will ever do. Not because it requires extraordinary strength, but because everything in their history taught them to choose everyone else first, to prioritize other people's comfort over their own truth, to shrink their needs so others could feel more comfortable, to put their own life on hold indefinitely, waiting for a moment that never seemed to arrive. And they called it love. They called it responsibility. They called it being a good person. But here is what years of not choosing yourself actually produces. Resentment. Quiet and slow at first, then louder. Exhaustion. The kind that sleep doesn't fix because it comes from living inauthentically. And a growing distance between who you actually are and the life you are actually living. That distance is painful, and it compounds daily. So what does choosing yourself actually mean? It does not mean becoming selfish. It does not mean abandoning your responsibilities. It does not mean stopping caring about others. It means deciding that your needs are real. Your truth is valid. Your life deserves the same energy and attention you have been giving everyone else. It means making decisions from a place of self-respect rather than fear of disappointing people. It means having the honest conversation you have been avoiding, setting the boundary you have been too afraid to set, walking away from what diminishes you, even when walking away feels costly. It means building a life that is genuinely yours, not a performance of what others expected, not a compromise built from fear, but something real, something chosen, something that reflects who you actually are. So why is this so hard? Because most of us were never taught that choosing ourselves was acceptable. We were taught that self-sacrifice was noble, that putting yourself last was virtuous, that your needs were somehow less important than everyone else's. And we internalized those lessons deeply. So deeply that choosing yourself can feel like betrayal, like you are doing something wrong, even when what you are doing is finally doing something right. That feeling is not truth, it is conditioning. And conditioning can be unlearned. The first shift happens when you understand that you cannot sustainably give what you have never given yourself. The love you pour into others is most powerful when it flows from a full place, not a depleted one. The presence you offer is most meaningful when you are actually present, not performing presence while quietly falling apart inside. Choosing yourself is not the end of generosity, it is the foundation of it. The second shift happens when you realize that the people who truly love you do not need you to sacrifice yourself to prove it. Real love does not demand your diminishment. Real connection does not require you to be less so someone else can feel more comfortable. If choosing yourself costs you a relationship, that relationship was costing you yourself, and that is too high a price. The third shift is the most important. When you begin choosing yourself consistently, you discover something unexpected. Your decisions get clearer, because they are no longer filtered through everyone else's expectations. Your energy increases, because you are no longer spending it managing a life that doesn't fit. Your relationships improve because you are showing up honestly rather than performing. And something quiet but profound settles in. Not happiness, exactly. Not the absence of difficulty, but a sense of alignment, of being in the right life, of moving in the right direction. That feeling is what you have been searching for in every external thing. It was never out there. It was always waiting on the other side of choosing yourself. You have spent enough time building everyone else's comfort. It is time to build your life, honestly, deliberately, unapologetically. Choose yourself today, not someday, not when everyone understands, not when the conditions are perfect. Today, because your life is happening right now, and it deserves someone fully committed to it. That someone is you. Wake up, unplug, and choose yourself. Wake up, unplug, and choose yourself.